It's a cell phone world. Calls, texts, and apps. So, can we design apps to help each other and make a better world?
Yeah.
Life apps.
Yes, 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 yes.
29-year-old Sachin Gaur lives in the secret world of India's high-tech boom. He has a double master's in computer cryptography. And he's also a believer in the power of social media. We've challenged him to design a life app.
India has over 1 billion mobile phones. I believe social media and mobile technologies have solutions to many of its problems. My quest is to find answers to help people who are living at the bottom of the economic pyramid.
At Delhi's Kunzum Travel Cafe, Sachin asks a few friends to discuss the mystery of why so many farming suicides and whether mobile apps could help.
Yes, there is an environment. If you have read the sad stories from, farmer suicides and all that, so there is definitely some problem on the ground which they are facing. And my intention is not to push any technology to them, but my intention is to look for a solution, which this technology can provide because this is ubiquitous.
Sachin wants to travel and see the farmers' problems firsthand, to hear their stories. India's farmers face an array of problems. In Andhra Pradesh, 7 out of 10 depend on seasonal rains. In the village of Karimnagar, 2 hours from Hyderabad, Sachin hears Vijaya's story.
So in a very short time, it's just 2.5 years, her husband, her father, and her brother, all three committed suicide.
The money lenders started putting all this pressure on us to return the money.
Vijaya's story is remarkable. Despite all the hardship she has been through, she has been able to get control of her life.
What Sachin's learnt, Vijaya's turned her farm around by growing a different and bigger variety of crops, polycrops, less vulnerable to rainfall variation. Narayan and his wife Nasiba use a blend of traditional knowledge and scientific techniques to grow 7 varieties of crops and vegetables on 100 meters of land. Their neighbor Samuel, who's helped them learn this new model farming, translates for Sachin.
I learned the non-pesticides method and adopted it on my farm.
He's been using the non-pesticide method for the last 2 years now.
The exciting new way Narayan farms means a year-round harvest, more than doubling farmers' incomes. Samuel's other trick, he's joined the international trend towards organic farming.
To protect the beneficial insects, I've stopped using poisons like urea and fertilizer completely. By doing this, my soil has become nice and airy.
Santosha is the catalyst trained to help local farmers.
This yellow block represents the harvest. In the evening from 7 to 9, we prepare a bonfire. Insects and pests come and fall into the fire.
Sachin's thinking play to the farmers' strengths. They don't know much about technology, but they can tell stories. Farmers with great ideas few others know about. With electricity sporadic as the rains, power for irrigation is vital. Patan Saida's answer is $400 windmill.
A lot of farmers used to come to my shop and complain they have no access to electricity and can't pump water for their fields. The rains haven't come. I wanted to do something for these people, and I thought, could I give them some new free ideas? This is why I created this windmill.
Back in Delhi, Sachin's team collaborates with the many who volunteered to help build his Life app, offline and online. They've come up with a working model, the Mobile Harvest app. It's an app to help farmers share their stories, experiences and ideas, and maybe even help reduce the suicide rate.
I can soon pick it up. I can use the phone to talk about and record everything I know about the non-pesticide method. I'm sure I know how to use the app to get my message across. Instead of learning from a book, we can learn from each other's experiences. I think that's the natural way for the brain to learn.
So, from here I want to develop this application, make it more robust and take it through the pilots, those trials, and make it something, which can be adopted nationwide. So long way to go, it's just the beginning of the project.